Alright, so welcome to Flight Experience Sydney.
Thank you.
Sorry, how did you pronounce your name again?
Nikhil,
Nikhil? Yep.
Nikhil.
So
Yeah.
I'll be, my name's Rocco,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll guide you how to fly today. So right now we're at Sydney Airport. On the left there you got the runway.
Mm-hmm.
It's runway 16.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think you can guess sort of what 16 means? Not really? No. So 16 is the compass, like the direction that we're going to.
Right.
So we're going 160.
Right.
Which is
Right.
about
Got
south.
you. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And then on to our right over there, more importantly, we have IKEA. Can you see IKEA to the right over there? This is on the right building, that blue building.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in this runway, and then we're gonna take off,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna do left hand or right hand loop, and come back same runway.
Right. Got you.
Yep. And that way we can practice all of the skills, takeoff and landing.
Right.
Sounds
okay.
good.
Yep.
All right. Now before we do that, I'll quickly brief you the control
Mm-hmm.
and what these two instruments mean,
Mm-hmm.
or that screen, and then the throttle quadrant here and how we're
Right.
going to use it.
Right.
And I think later on today I'll show you how we use the autopilot. Yep.
Okay.
And
yep.
how boring it is to be a pilot. Sounds good?
Yeah.
So yeah, so put your hands on the controls and just get a feel. So roll it all the way to the right. Yep, and roll it all the way to the left. Now one thing that we do when we're turning, it's not like a car. You know, in a car you would turn and you hold that turn. Now we don't do that in the plane because if you hold it, the plane would keep rolling.
Right.
So what we do is we turn left or right, and then once we're happy with the bank, we just bring it back to neutral, and the plane will hold that left turn. That's
Okay.
good. You'll we'll get obviously some practice once we're in the air.
Right.
Yep. And then if you wanna push the nose down, just push it all the way forward. Yep. Push it forward. Yep. Forward. And if you wanna bring the nose up, you pull it towards you.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now pulling up, we'll be doing that most of the time. We won't be doing too much push forward.
Right.
Yep. If you realize, we'll always be, so this is like the dot, which I'll explain soon.
Mm-hmm.
This dot shouldn't really be below on the brown bit.
Right. Okay.
All right. So how does the controls feel? Good.
Good. All good. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now on your feet, can you see those two grey pedals? So they're what we call rudders. See, I'm moving them now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel it? Yeah, left one and a right one. So your left foot and your right foot. So it's just before that. So bring your foot back,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring your toes up, all the way. Bring your toes to the sky.
Right.
Yep, just there. That's the
Mhm.
rudder pedals. Now we use that when we're steering on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
When we're going on the runway to help us stay center. So you push right one to go right, push left to go left.
Right. So the steering doesn't work
No,
on.
it's very important not to use this
Mm-hmm.
on the ground, because if
Right.
we're going on the ground and you do this, the right wing will want to go up and will hit your left wing on the
got
ground.
you, yes.
But obviously, as a driver, you're driving your whole life. It's
Mhm.
natural to go like this,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
we don't do that. Yep, sounds
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Now there's one more bits of control on your left. See that black wheel?
This
Yep,
one?
that one.
Mhm.
Now that one is the same as your foot, but we do it. It's a more sensitive control, so we do it on slow maneuvers, such as getting onto the runway, which we're about to do. So you push it forward to go right, and then pull it down to go left.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
But when we're on the runway, we just use the feet.
Right. Okay. So this is just for.
It's just going around the airport. Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Okay, now, so the controls all made sense? No questions there?
None at the moment. Just
None
to
at the
revise. So this,
Yep.
this. Then these are just to move
Stay
the plane
center
on.
on the runway, yep.
Right. And then this is just to roll around.
Yep. The airport.
Around the airport. Yep.
Yep. Alright, now if we look at this screen here,
Mm-hmm.
this shows three information. The left is the airspeed,
Mm-hmm.
and this shows the altitude, how high we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so we'll be climbing to 3,000 today.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Alright, now this here, you realize once we're in the air, it's very hard to see outside. There's
Mm.
literally no point looking outside. So we look inside here, what we call artificial horizon.
Mm-hmm.
That black dot there shows the nose, your pitch up or pitch down, and those black bars there shows your wings if you're
Okay.
rolling left or rolling right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to fly straight, those wings have to be parallel with the
right,
horizon.
right. So if I do this,
Yep, in the air,
it'll
it will
just
turn
do
to the right.
Right. Okay.
Yep, just like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So that all made sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Now, in the middle screen here, we've got the engine display. Engine 1 and engine 2. Now, the Boeing engine takes quite a bit of time to give power, right? There's a bit of a delay. So what they did is if you put power, can you see those white lines that start to appear? Yep. So those white lines will show you where the engine will be placed at. So what you want to do is when I say set 40, you place those white line onto the number and then we wait for the engine to come up. Got it?
Right.
So
Okay.
put your right hand on the throttles. If you bring both at the same time a little bit forward, and we're just focusing on those white lines. Yep, bring them forward.
240.
Yep, there you go. And you place that on the number 4, and then we just wait for the needle to come up. Sounds good?
Right. Yes.
Yep. And then we bring that all the way back. Alright. Now over here we got the gear lever.
Okay.
Yep, this is what brings the wheels into the plane. The way we operate it is you pull it out and then up in that position.
Okay.
And I'll tell you when we're going to use that. Sounds good?
Right. Yeah.
Alright, now we've got the last bit, this throttle quadrant here. So we already talked about the throttle. And have you heard of reverse thrust before?
I think it's when you land and you need to brake.
Yeah, so it helps us slow down when we land, right? So pull those two back for me. Yep, those two. There we go. And that sound might be familiar to you. Yep, bring it forward. And all it does, it puts like a bucket behind the engine and it makes the airflow go the other way, so slow down.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
We're using that when we come into a land. Now, have you ever heard of flaps before?
Yes, I think they are used when we land.
Yeah,
I
coming
don't
into land.
know. I don't know the reason.
Yeah, so in a simple way to explain it, it helps the plane slow down without it falling out of the sky. So the way we do it is we operate in stages. So you lift.
No, 4 flaps, right?
Sorry?
4 flaps, right?
We have all the way up to 40.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's a little bit. Were you thinking of like a smaller plane?
Yes, I have. I thought it would be 4 flaps.
Yeah. So in the smaller planes, it's common to have 3 or 4. Yep. But this one we've got up to 40. Yep.
Right.
So the way we do it is we bring this lever up and then move it to the position that we want and then drop it down.
Right.
Now between 1 and 15 there's a gate and you can't go beyond the gate. You have to bring it down on that number and up the other side and push it in. So I'll get you to practice. So from 5, bring it back to 0 and then bring it back to 5. Yep, there we go. Perfect. That's good. So we're going to take off with 5 and then I'll get you to bring it down to 0 and then once we come into land we'll bring it all the way down to 30.
To 30, okay.
Yeah, in stages.
Right.
Yep. How's that?
Yes, all good till now.
And lastly here, this is the park brake. Just like in a car, you push it forward so we can move and then pull it back to activate it.
Right.
Yep, so pull it back now, we don't want to move. There we go. How's that?
Yes,
All
sounds good till now.
Lot to take?
Yeah.
So everything else you see, so down here, this is how we talk to the air traffic control. That's pretty much it there. Up here, this is all the autopilot. This is what we call the auto throttle, and this is the speed. So I'll get you to move that left and right, and I'll tell you what speed to set it.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so this portion is autopilot, right?
Yeah. This is autopilot, auto throttle. This whole thing is called mode control panel. That's what it's called. Yep. And then up here, this is just all the buttons that make the pilots look cool. So it's broken up into sections. You got fuel pumps there. This is all the electrics, and then this is all the miscellaneous stuff, including the 2 most famous switch that everyone loves to hear. So we're gonna take off now. So flick those 2 on for me. There we go. That sounds familiar. And then this one is the one that if the pilots want a cup of coffee, it's that one. Yeah. All right. How's that?
Cool till now.
Yeah, last one. This one is all the light switches, and we're about to taxi into the runway. So if you flick all those 7 on for me. Yep. Go. All right. And now we're ready. How are we feeling?
Excited. Yeah.
Excited? All right. So, yeah. Look, usually, obviously, we'd have a brief before, but because you were running late, it's just gonna get up and going. So. Gonna push this park brake forward for me, And I want you to set about 35, 30, 35. Yep, there we go. Now, using that left tiller wheel on the left, and now if you get a feel of how it moves outside, so push it forward to go right. Can you see this yellow line on the right down here?
Right.
We're going to follow this yellow line. Yep, and then keep coming to the left. Yep, there we go. Looks good. Alright. So we'll put the park brake back on, and then I'll walk you through how we're going to do the departure. Are we ready?
Yes.
Alright, so just give me one moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to push this park brake forward. Yep, push it forward. And then I want you to advance the throttle to 40%, like we practice. There we go. And now we wait for it to stabilize. There we go. Now just tap this N1 button, just press that. Yep. Now all it does, it automatically sets the takeoff thrust setting. It's just moving it to that green line there.
Right.
Yep, there we go. And then we're using our feet, yep, to look outside. So push the right foot to go right, not too much, there we go. And remember, not using the steering wheel. So you can let go of the left one, yep, and just using your feet, yep, there we go. Alright, so in a moment so put your hand on the yoke, and in a moment I get you to pull it back. We're just waiting for the speed that allows us to take off.
Right.
So that's about now, so we'll pull back on the yoke. Yep,
Shall I pull
back on the stick. Yeah, not too strong, there we go. Alright, now relax the pressure there. You can put your feet on the floor. Alright, now if you look outside, it's pretty useless, right?
Right.
So we look inside here. Now, see those wings? They're a little bit to the right. Remember how I said you want it parallel with the horizon? So come to the left a little bit. You want those black bars parallel with the horizon. Yep, just there we go. Not too much. Alright, now we want to place this dot on the number 10. So if you push the stick forward, so push it forward, we bring the nose down just about there, let go there. Now that 10 just means we're 10 degrees pitch up.
Right.
That's what it means, yep.
Right.
So what we want to do is bring the gear up. Yep, so pull it out. Remember, put it out. Yep, and then all the way up. There we go. How's that?
Yeah.
Alright, this is the speed. I want you to turn it right to 230. Yep, there we go. It's good. Yeah, so remember, all we're doing now is we're climbing to 3,000.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, I'll get you to bring the flaps up. So pull it out and back to 1. Yep, there we go. That's good. Yep, 1's good. Yep, just there. Perfect. Alright. Let's do a right hand turn this one. Are you on left hand or right hand?
Pardon?
Do you want to do a left hand turn or a right hand turn?
Left hand.
Yep, so let's go to the left. So turn to the left. I'm just going to give you a... Yep, turn to the left when you're ready. There we go. Keep turning to the left. And stop the controls there. Now push the nose forward, because we want to level off now. So push it forward to 5 degrees. So one more down. Yep, just there. That's 5 degrees. Now, did you also know what I meant? How once we turn, we bring it back neutral, and now it's holding that left turn. Yeah.
Right.
But eventually, if you keep doing this in a while, the plane will sort of get back. So every now and then, you sort of want to just give it a little bit more left turn. That's how we do it. Yep. Okay, now I get you to bring the flaps to 0. So bring it up to 0. Yep, there we go. Alright, so turn to the left a little bit more. Yep, that's look good. So all we're doing now, this is where we are. And we're just turning left to that purple line.
Right.
Alright.
coming from Bondi Beach in
From where, sorry?
Bondi Beach.
Oh,
in-
Bondi Beach.
Yes,
You had a
and-
big day.
Yes, and I just got lost.
Lost in Broadway or lost in...
Lost in Broadway.
Lost in Broadway, yeah. It's alright, you made it your way here.
Thankfully, yeah.
So what brings you here? Was it like a gift or you just want to try out?
Just wanted to try the experience of how pilots fly.
Yeah. Did you have any experience yourself or?
No, none.
No? Zero experience?
Zero.
That's alright. Alright, so we're coming closer. So what's about to happen is when we get close to that purple line,
I'll just
we'll
shift to right.
yeah, we'll roll the wings level, and remember we want the black bar parallel with that horizon. And you can see it over there, that's the airport. Can you see the airport? That's Sydney's airport. Alright, so yeah, about now, let's start to go to the right to make the wings level. Yep, go to the right, all the way to the right. Keep going to the right, keep going to the right. There we go, just there. No, that's alright, that was a bit too much to the right. We want this parallel with the horizon. So roll to the left. There we go, just there, just there. See how it's parallel? You know what I mean by parallel?
Yes,
Yep, yep. That's good. So we want to bring the nose, so we'll start descending out. That's okay. So this is the airport. So all we did is we took off, and then we did a left-hand 180-degree turn. Now we're going to keep flying this way, and then we're going to turn left, and then come back to land.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So what we do now is we'll start to slow down. So this is the speed. Bring that to 230. Sorry, 200. Yep, there we go. That's good. And we want to push the nose forward to that 2.5-degree line, that first small line. Yep, just there. There we go. And then you'll see the plane starting to descend. And then to the left down there somewhere you should see the city. Alright. I'll also get you to bring the flaps to 1. Flaps, yeah. Yep.
To 1?
To 1, yep. That's good. What do you do for work?
Pardon?
What, sorry?
Pardon? I didn't.
What do you do for work?
So I am an auditor and have come here to audit an entity.
Ah.
So yeah.
What sort of entity?
So it's a financial services organization. Perhaps you might have heard of it, Macquarie Group. So, yeah.
So you're an author? So did you say you're an author?
Auditor.
Auditor.
Yes.
There we go, yeah. So it's an audit, so you judge things. Alright, so let's bring the flaps to 5. And I'll get you to slow the speed to 1. Yep, 5 there we go. Slow the speed to 180. And let's start that left-hand turn. So let's go all the way left. Yep, let's turn left. Yep, turn left. Turn left, turn left, turn left, yep. Keep turning left, and you can see the harbour bridge there. So right now where we are, I actually do a lot of this flight every weekend. We
Okay.
circle over the harbour bridge, yeah.
So which airline do you fly for?
At the moment I'm just not flying at the moment, but I was flying at in Darwin. It's very far away, yeah. So let's turn to the left a little bit more. There we go. And usually in a turn, the nose wants to drop down. Can you feel the nose a little bit dropping down? So we have to put back pressure.
Okay.
Opposite that, yeah. There we go. That looks good. So what we're going to do is once we touch down, I'm going to get you to go full power because we're going to take off again.
Right.
Yep, because we're going to do 2 laps of this. Alright, it's looking good. Now you might be able to see, but just towards the ocean there's the runway, 2 red lines.
Hmm.
Can you see those two red lights?
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yes, yeah.
The one that's on the right hand side is the one that we're going to land. So I get you to bring the nose up now because we're a little bit shallow. Yep, there we go, just there. Now we'll just fly here for a little bit longer, but the turn you're doing is pretty good. Come to your right a little bit. Yep, there we go, just about there, it's perfect. Alright, now I get you to put the gear down. So this is the gear, pull it out and down, one more down. Yep, there we go. Keep that nose up for me. Yep, just about there. Alright, so turn to your left a little bit more now. Now can you see the runway there?
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So we're judging this left turn by looking outside. So yep, turn to the left a little more. Keep the nose up though, pull back. Yep, there we go. Good. Now turn to the right. We want to level the wings. Yep. Keep going to the right. There we go.
But we're not parallel to the runway yet.
Yeah, that's alright. So let's start turning to the right so we can fly straight. So turn to the right. There we go, just about there, it's good. Now level the wings to the left. Yep, to the left. Yep, just there, it's good. And keep that nose up. Yep, there we go. Alright, this looks really good. So what we're doing now, what you see outside, hold that picture, we'll just bring it all the way down. Keep the nose up a little bit. Yep, just there. Now level the wings to your left. There we go. Bring the nose up. Bring the nose up. There we go. Just hold it there. That's good. Keep holding the nose up a little bit. Yep, just there, just there. Come to your right. We're a little bit crooked to the left. Not too much, not too much. Alright, now bring the nose up. Just very gently, just there, and we let the plane sink. Look at that. So good. And using your feet. Yep, that's alright. No need to think. We've got plenty of runway. So, put your right hand on the throttle. You got full power.
Full.
Full power. Yep, there we go. Alright. Now pull back on the stick. Yep, not too strong. Just about there, that's good. And then, how's that?
Great.
Yeah. So now we transition back inside. Now you keep pulling it to the right. Can you see the wings? It's crooked to the right. Can you see that or not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So fix it. We'll go to the left a little bit. You always want this parallel with the ground, or just parallel with those numbers, with those lines.
Right, right.
Yep. So yep. Leave it on 10 degrees. Pull it back a little bit. Yep, just about there. That's good. Now we'll bring the gear up. Perfect. What do you think of the landing?
Great, yeah.
So bring this to 230. There we go. We'll do a right hand turn this time, eh? So forward a little bit to that 10 degrees. So are you from here or you're from overseas?
So I'm from India.
Yep. And are you here just to do the auditing and then come back?
Yes, yes, yeah.
So how long are you here for?
Approximately a month.
A month? Okay,
Yep.
yeah. Did you go like English school? English is very good. Well, you had to learn it for the auditing.
English is pretty. It's an official language, official sort of language in India. So
Alright, let's start turning to the right. Yep, turn to the right. And we'll push the nose forward to 5 degrees. Push the nose forward. Yep, we're going to go 5 degrees. There we go. That's good. And we'll bring the flaps to 1 and then bring it to 0. Yep, 0. Perfect. That's really good. Yep, so push the nose forward. We want to get to 5 degrees, so we'll push the nose forward. There we go.
how do you get to know that it should be 5 degrees or 10 degrees?
It's a long process of like training, but you can sort of tell what the plane wants to do. Like if you hold it back to 5 degrees at this speed, so if you rest at 5 degrees, you can see, look, we're not climbing or descending at all.
Right.
And then if you try anything more, so let's try 7, you can see the plane wants to climb. If you do like 3 degrees, you push it forward, the plane will descend.
Right.
But your angle is always dependent with this how fast you're going. So if I'm going faster, it would be maybe 3 degrees. Yep, so let's push this forward to 5 degrees. We don't want to climb anymore. There we go. And let's start turning to the left. We'll hold the wings level. Yep, all the way to the left. Perfect. Alright. So we're a little bit high, so we're going to descend now. So I want you to push the nose forward to 2.5 degrees. There we go. Just about there. That's good. Yeah, so this is the airport. And then we did a right hand turn this time. And they're going to come around.
Right. Okay.
So come to your left a little bit. We want to be on this line. Yep, so come to your left. Yep, there we go. Let it roll left. And then once it's on that line, we'll have the wings level. Yep, so about now, let's level the wings. Yep, level the wings, level the wings. There we go. Perfect. Let's bring the nose up a little bit to 2.5 degrees.
And what is the separation between brown and blue?
So if you realize outside, it's the sky, the horizon, and then the ground. So here, that's the sky, and then that's the horizon, and then that is the ground, and that line is the horizon.
Right.
So it just imitates what the plane is doing outside. Alright, we'll slow the speed to 200. Alright. So which hotel are you staying? Are you staying hotel or
in Shelley Street?
is that in the city?
Yes, in the CBD area.
CBD, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring the nose up a little bit. Let's go flap 1 and bring the speed to 190. And let's start turning to the right. 180 degree to the right. Yep, just go to the right. There we go. Not too steep, just about there is perfect. And you got the city just over there. Is this like, do you come to Sydney often?
So I visit Sydney and London pretty often, but
London?
it's been
Been
2
to
years
Yep.
since I traveled because
2
of
years.
COVID.
Yeah. So you go to London a lot as well?
Yes, London and Sydney.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Alright, so slow the speed to 175, and we'll go flaps 5. And turn to your left a little bit. Come to your left a little bit. Yep, just there. Yep, just leave it there. It's good. Alright, so yeah, the airport's to the right. Can you see the red lights on the right? Keep looking to your right. Yep, to your right.
Right. Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
you can see
Yeah.
it. Alright, so let's put the gear down. All the way down. There we go. Let's turn to the right now. Yep, turn to the right. Yep, there we go. Keep turning to the right. Can you see the runway?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's good. There we go. Let's push the nose forward a little bit. Push the nose forward, yep. We want to be able to see the runway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's good. There we go. Now let's turn to the left. We want straighten the wings. Yep, bring the nose up. We don't want to crush the ground. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's come to the left now. Yep, come to the left. Keep bringing the nose down. There we go. Alright. Now let's level the wings. Right, now pull the nose up. There we go. Pull the nose up just a little bit more. It's perfect. Yep, just hold it there. Alright. That's good. Look at that. This is the reverse thrust. Pull that all the way back. Look at that. It's really good.
Yeah.
Let's put the reverse thrust forward. And this speed brake will go forward. This speed brake is the spoilers that pop open on top of the wing. They help us slow down even more. Alright. How do you feel? That was really good.
Yeah. Great. Great.
Getting the hang of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we also can do London if you want.
Yes. Perhaps London would be great. Which one would be the challenging one? Hong Kong.
Hong Kong one. So I'll have that last. So
So-
we can do Hong Kong and St. Martin.
And I've got two sort of airports to land and take off.
Yeah, St. Martin and London.
Yes, I would say Saint Martin and the Hong Kong one.
Yeah. Okay. Now, was there any questions that you had, or you kind of got the hang of it?
None at the moment.
So, if I bring it back today, now if you look outside, what do you think is the biggest threat in sea?
Sea.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest threat?
We might land into sea instead of runway.
Yeah, we could, and there's also another really big one right in front of you.
Okay, the
terrain.
mountain.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
yeah.
mountain. Yeah. So, what this means is what we're going to do is once we take off,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to turn to the right straight away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise we're going to hit that mountain,
Okay.
which we don't want. So just like before, we're going to climb to 3,000, but what we're going to do is we're just going to take off straight away. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so just give me a moment. Alright, so just like before, the park brake,
The entire throttle to
The park-
100%.
the park brake forward. We'll do like that first time, so bring the tap the N1. Yep. Push that right foot. Yep. And let go of the right foot a little bit. Alright. Alright, let's pull back on the stick. Not too hard, just about there. It's good. And yeah, let's turn to the right. Not too hard, not too hard. Yep, there we go. Turn to the right. There we go. That's alright. And we'll put the gear up. It's perfect. Do you go to America much?
No, no.
I'm not really a fan of America.
I've never been to America.
Alright, looks good. So once again, we're climbing to 3,000. So I get you to put the speed to 230. Yep, that's good. And we're just turning around to 280. So we're just turning all the way around to that purple line there. So I'm just setting that up manually for a target. Yeah. So let's push the nose forward to 5 degrees. Push it forward, push it forward, push it forward. There we go. And we'll bring the flaps to 1. And let's bring the flaps to 0. There we go. Push the nose forward to 5 degrees. We want it on 5 degrees. Alright. Do you know about the old Hong Kong airport?
No.
So it's placed between the buildings, right? And the approach is you come in, you turn right, and then land straight away. Between like 2 terrains. So they stopped it. Okay, let's go to the left. We want to fly straight now. To the left. Yep. There we go. That's good. And let's start to descend to push the nose to 2.5 degrees, and we'll slow the speed up to 200.
I know there's an airport in Nepal. I think that is
Yeah,
very
that was on the hill. It's really hard to land that with this plane because it's a really short run. Yeah.
There are usually shorter planes there on that runway. Yeah.
Alright. So let's start turning to the right. Bring the flaps to 1. And then slow the speed to 180. Yep, let's start turning to the right, all the way to the right. There we go, stop the bank there. Bring the nose up. We don't want it to dip. Yep, there we go. And let's go flap 5.
Have you been to any airport in India?
In real life, no. But in the sim, yeah. And,
Delhi, as you said, would be an easy one.
we can go Delhi after this, and then
is,
we do the Hong Kong. We have time for the Hong Kong afterwards.
okay.
You want to do that?
Is there an Ladakh airport? If
I'll have a look.
I think that's one of the most challenging airports in India.
Do you know if the big planes land on? Is it international airport?
It's not an international airport, but Airbus 320 lands on it.
320. Okay, then we should be able to land. All right. So can you see the runway there?
Yes,
That
right,
first island. Yeah. So look outside, and we're just going to judge when to exit by looking outside. We'll also put the gear down. Yep. And this is the auto brake. I just want you to turn that to the number 3. So this one, turn that to the number 3. And there we go. And then you can see the runways all the way to the right. So you can take it to the right. There we go. When we turn, we always bring the nose up. There we go. It's good. Alright. There you go. Push the nose forward. We want to see the runway. Yep, that's good. Alright, let's start turning to the left now. Yep, turn to the left. Good, that's good. Give you the last flap to slow down. Yep, turn to the left now. There we go. Not too steep, and just let the plane sink. Yep, turn to the right. Make the wings level. There we go. That's good. Left a little bit. Yep, there we go. Bring the nose up. Yep, there we go. Level your wing to the right. There we go. Let's just hold it there. And you can see the beach is there we go. Bring the nose up a little bit. Bring the nose up. Right before the beach. So that was actually really good. What happened was they have a gate right before the beach, and our
Right.
wheels just hit that.
Right. So we have crashed.
Well, we landed smoothly. The wheels might have hurt, and the people on the beach might have got that in the video. So that's what it's like to come a bit too slow. Yeah. So that's the reason for short runways, because you have to aim really early, but obviously at the risk of landing too short.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's pretty good though, because this is not an easy runway. Yeah. So what was the airport that you said? I'll just do a quick research.
We could just do the Hong Kong one first and then the Ladakh one.
Yeah, sure. What was the airport said that you said it was called?
LADA.
LADA. Yep.
KH.
Q
K for Kolkata.
KH.
H for Hong Kong.
Airport. VILH. Okay, we do have it.
Cool.
Let's try. So, yeah, this high. That's alright. Give me a second. Yeah, so the pressurization, the altitude is. Give me a sec.
Yes, and I think it is considered to be one of the most difficult airports in India.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know if we might have to go to yeah, we might have to go to yeah, so it's just saying that the plane is all over the place, so we might have to go to the Hong Kong one if that's alright with you.
Right, okay.
But I mean, you got to now I get to see what it's like.
Mhm.
Unless you want to do the circuit with that whole noise, but that might be annoying.
Right.
Yeah. But we are also short of time. Sorry about that. Alright. So that's all good with you?
Yes, all good,
Yeah. I mean, now you get to show me what it's like.
yeah.
Have you been here?
No, I have not, but yes.
So I just want to try. Yeah, because we are a little bit short of time. Let me just try. Yeah, because we only have time for one more airport.
Mhm.
And we, yeah, sorry about that. All right, this is Hong Kong's airport. So we're in the new one. Have you been to Hong Kong at all?
No, but
No.
were we going to the older one?
Yeah, so we are in the new one,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna go to the old one.
Right, right.
So this is the route that we do, and I'll show you on the map. Alright, so this is our map. That's where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take off,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna turn to the right a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna follow this purple line, and then that's the airport. It's gonna be a right hand turn and then land.
Right, okay.
Yep. Alright, so I'm just setting up the plane. Looks good, and how about we do some fun weather?
Right,
Thunderstorms.
okay.
Yep. So we'll put pipe brakes ready off. Yep. So just turn that off. So yeah, go 40% like before. There we go. We're not using that. We're using the feet. Yep.
Mm.
All right. Now press N1. There we go. That's all right. All right. Yep. Push that left foot. Yeah, it's a bit of win, eh? All right. Let's bring the stick. Pull the stick back. Not too steep. Yep. You can let go of the foot. That's okay. All right. Looks good. And bring the gear up. I bring the nose to 10 degrees. No, up, up, up. Pull it back, pull it back.
Okay, to 10 degrees, right?
Yep, there we go. And let's start turning to the right a little bit to head up to this. Yep, not too steep, not too steep. There we go. Level the wings to the left. Level the wings to the left. Level the wings to the left. Yep, there we go. Looks really good. So we're climbing to 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So in a moment I'll get you to push it forward 5 degrees. Just let it drop to 5 degrees. There we go, it's perfect. Alright, and then now if you see outside you can see it's pretty useless to look outside.
Yes, yes,
And
yeah.
then Hong Kong has a lot of mountain and terrain.
Mm.
So come to your left a little bit. Your left, yep. There we go. Now level the wings to the right. Yep, level the wings. Keep going to the right. Level the wings. Level the wings. There we go. Yep, push the nose forward a little bit. We're climbing a little bit. We want to descend to 2000. Ah, perfect. So this cloud, the bottom of the cloud is at 2000 feet. So when we descend below,
Mm.
we should be able to see everyone coming outside, yeah. Alright, so bring the nose up a little bit for me. See how easy it is to like doze off and then you look inside and you're like twitched down? Alright. We'll slow the speed to 180. Yep, that's good. This is the auto brake. Let's turn that to 2. Go. Keep the nose up. Keep the nose up. Can you see that really faint white dot on the right? Oh, it was easier when it was in cloud. But anyway, this is Hong Kong.
Mm.
So the airport is right in the middle of the city. So come to your left a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to fly straight.
Mm.
And then we're going to turn right and then land. So let's put the
Right.
key here. Flight 15. Hold that back pressure for me. Go, come to your right a little bit now. Let's slow the speed to 160. Not too steep, not too steep. Yeah, okay. Alright, can you see the runway now to the right?
Right,
Yeah.
yes, yes, I can. How are we going to land on it?
Yes, we are. So keep flying straight for a little bit. We'll bring the flight to 30 and go speed 150. Yep. Speed 150. Yep. And let's start turning to the right. Not too steep though. So we have wind from our right and it's pushing us to the left. So that's why we're turning a little bit early. And
Right.
we're going to drip down to the left. It's looking real good. So if you can imagine, everyone's having dinner on all the buildings and they're just looking at us landing. So that this airport doesn't exist anymore. So come to the right a little bit more. There we go. Looks good. Now level the wings to the left. Yep, there we go. Keep the nose up. There we go. Looking good. Alright. Alright, so with your right hand, close this throttle. Yep, close it all the way back. And bring the nose up a little bit. Ah, that's very good. Alright. So give it a reverse thrust, with the reverse thrust. Yeah, you landed a really hard one. Wind and salt. How's that?
Great, great experience.
That was really good.
Yep.
So better than St. Martin.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll push the reverse thrust forward. And what we're going to do is keep going forward a little bit using the tiller on your left hand wheel. We're just going to exit on this left. Can you see this like a little bit of, so we're going to go forward a little bit.
Mm.
So use the wheel. Your leg is not effective on when we're slow speed. So you have to push that wheel, push the wheel, yep, to the right. Yep, there we go. Got it now?
Yep.
Now swing it down to the left, so bring it down. Yep, all the way down, all the way down. There we go. That looks good. And welcome to Hong Kong. Unfortunately, we're not there. We're in Sydney. Alright, so we'll stop over here. And this is the park brake. Pull that up. And then we'll clean up the cockpit so we can flick those two off so everyone can have a smoke after that stressful landing. And then this is your lights, so flick those one off as well. And how was that?
Yeah, great
Was that
experience.
easier, harder? What did you think?
Yes, a little harder.
A little harder?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it's you can see how fast it can all go down if you don't plan it well. And you can feel how slow, how laggy when you slow
Yes,
speed.
yes,
It doesn't
yes.
go as fast as when